Welcome in. What is up? This is the Blitz with Toilets the Titles. I am your host today at AlexO_FF. We had some technical difficulties this morning trying to get some guys on. We have we got guys on daddy duty, and we got some guys that are sick. So we were trying to scrap some Toilets Titles guys together. We got Rich, the Frito Bandito, over here to come on and hop on with us. How are you doing today, Rich?
I'm great, man. I was almost one of the people that had to go last minute too. I was afraid I was going to have to jump into work, but let's get this rolling. I'm here. Let's watch some football. Let's answer some questions, and let's make you guys some money.
Yep. And behind the scenes, we have our guy, Dirty Jobs 21, or at Dirty Jobs 21, Mike D, our normal host. He's going to be producing. He's the one on daddy duty, so he can't come on with his very loud 1-year-old. And we're doing that to save you guys. So before we get going, I just want to quick mention, you can hop over to our Patreon. It's patreon.com/toiletsThetitles. Tier 1 is $3 a month. That's going to get you into our T2T team group chat on Discord. Great time in there. We're always talking. We got, trade advice. We got start sits, anything and everything. We always got breaking news going full time in there. And then tier 2 is going to be $5 a month. That's going to give you early access to the waiver wire episodes. It's also going to allow you to get entry into the Frankenstein League next year. And you also get the group chat. And then there's the $10 a month. That gets you a free entry into the Frankenstein Listener League next year, gets you into the chat, gets you the waiver wire episodes, and gives you one-on-one roster analysis with anybody on the team. You got us in your pocket, ready to go, and we're always available too. We got guys in Australia. We got guys in America. So there's always someone on and in there to talk to you.
You also got a Mexican that lives in America, so we're good to go.
And we also have Rich. So, all right. Well, let's get to it. Sorry for the delay, everyone. All our loyal fans and viewers. We'll get in here and we'll get answering some of your questions. Okay.
Yep. First question we got on the board this morning. We have at Citizen Jeffster, half point PPR flex. Jeff Wilson or D. Williams? I'm going to say this is
Darrell Williams.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah, I think it would be Darrell Williams. CH did get activated yesterday, but I'm not sure if they're going to try to work him in slowly, how much work he's actually going to get in this first game back. That kind of leaves Darrell Williams up in the air for me. I'm not really sure what's going to go on, in that backfield today. They don't really get a lot of work to begin with. So I don't know where it's going to go. But Jeff Wilson seems to be that was their guy from 2 years ago at the end of the season. That was their guy last year until he got hurt. So I think Jeff Wilson's going to come in and have a big workload with, I think Elijah Mitchell he's doubtful.
He's out.
Doubtful.
Yeah.
He's out.
He's out. Yeah. He's out. Jeff Wilson is in. I actually picked him up on a waiver this morning. Very luckily for me. To get him in there. And with that being said, I will be going Jeff Wilson. Look, when he's been in there before, he has produced. They will run the ball and everything. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. So I think this is a great start, not knowing what's going on over in Kansas City.
Yeah, definitely with you. Let's go Jeff Wilson.
Yep, Jeff Wilson for me too. No tiebreaker, Mike. All right, next question we got on the board is from MTB2345, pick 3. Connor, Dylan, Ingram, Wilson, and another one. Well, you guys, this is 2 questions. So let's go ahead and answer the first one first, and then we'll jump into the second one. So for me, pick 3. So the one I am leaving out in this option right here Man, this is good for this late in the season and everything with all the injuries going on. So great job on making sure you have depth on your team. But I'm actually going to leave Wilson out of this one and go with the first three on this one.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I really like Jeff Wilson today, but when you have those three other guys, I think they're all going to be pretty much bell cows. Connor Edmonds is out, so Connor's going to get the majority of the workload there. Is Kyler playing? I didn't see anything about that yet this morning.
He's going to be game time decision. I'm leaning more towards McCoy playing. So let's just go with that he's probably not going to play. It's just going to be one of the things last minute decisions.
Okay. Yeah, I still can't bench Connor. That offense didn't look great last week, but I think he's still got he's still scoring touchdowns almost every week. So I can't leave him on the bench. And Dylan and Ingram are going to get those, the starting back jobs with two of the, good offenses there. So yeah, no, Jeff Wilson, unfortunately, I think he's the one that's going to be left out for that one today.
Yeah, we got our man Nate in the chat and everything. I think he's going, this is his option and stuff like that. So he's kind of chiming in through the chat. So appreciate that, Nate.
Yep. And then what was the other one?
Going back to, give me a second. The second question was Bateman or Gallup PPR?
Who? I don't even know if you could wait until, because the Cowboys play tonight, or they play this afternoon, so you can't even wait. Well, I guess you could if Lamar
Cooper is out. Cooper is out. So
yeah, but Lamar Jackson's the one I'm worried about. If Lamar Jackson's in, I would go Bateman. He's still going to be Marquise Brown is out. So if Lamar Jackson's in, I'm going to go Bateman here. Gallup's still coming back from that, stint on the IR. I don't know how much he's going to get worked in. And Dak really likes Cedric Wilson. When he's in the game and he's going to have to be out there on 3 wide receiver sets, they have a little bit of a connection. So I don't know exactly how much Gallup's going to get. And if the Cowboys can run the ball all day on that Chiefs defense, I know they've been better against the run, but it's still not, anything that's going to scare me off. So if they can keep it on the ground, they're going to keep it on the ground. I don't think it's going to be as high scoring affair as Vegas thinks it is.
Yeah, in the chat, we got Nate. He's going Gallup over Bateman. Also got my man Gary was going to jump on the show with us this morning. He's going with Gallup too. So I'm actually going to choose Gallup in this option too, with Cooper being out. Look, I know Wilson is being involved, but I think they need to get Gallup involved in the game decisions and stuff like that. And they're going to try to kind of utilize him and everything. They got Lamb there. He's going to be the main option, but I think Gallup is a great choice to go. We also got Joe Clark. He's also taking Gallup. So, hey, there you go, guys. Let's go ahead and hop into a question. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, don't listen to me then, I guess. What the hell do I know?
Hey, you know a lot. That's why we got you on this show, my man. Let's go ahead and take a question over here in our chat. We got Chris Videos. Jacobs or Brandon in the flex this week?
So that'd be Brandon Cooks or Jacobs. Ooh, that's a good problem to have. I'm probably going to go. They're close enough for me that it's probably going to come down to the running back over wide receiver rule for me. So I'm probably going to go Jacob. It's really close though, because Cooks could, Tyrod's back now. He came back for 1 week. They had their bye, so now he should be back and ready to go. So that's a really close one for me. But I think I'm going to stick with Jacobs and just hope the volume, gets me to where I need to go.
Yeah, this one right here is a 50-50 split for me, even though it is Jacobs with the Raiders, my squad. But the rule that I'm always going to use, and I think I've repeated this over and over again, is when it comes down to receiver and running back, I'm always starting to running back over receiver. So he's going to get hopefully he gets more touches and everything. This should be a well-balanced game with Cincinnati. But Brandon Cooks, he's going to get tons of option targets and everything. But like I said, I'm always going running back. All right, so let's go back over to some of our questions over here. So let's go with this one right here. Honest Phil. With Honest, I'm having trouble trying to read this question.
Honest _ feels. Do I start CEH today? Other running backs are Chubb, Swift, and Ingram. No, I think I would leave CEH on my bench with Kamara still being out. Ingram's going to get that, the pretty much all the work that he can handle. He's going to get the goal line touches. They're going to trust him way more than Tony Jones, who did come back from the IR. He got activated this week, but I think it's still Ingram's, workload. So no, I would leave CEH on the bench, give it a week, see what happens, see if they, go back to him right away or how they deploy him. I think that's going to be a good indication. I think today's game is going to be a good indication of how they move forward with that, that running back room.
Yeah, 100% agree. Give another week for CEH. It seems like this year, not just with Kansas City, but all the teams across the league, that when they got someone coming off of IR, it seems like everybody's waiting one more week to get them in there and stuff. And I can see this being another opportunity where the Chiefs do that. So I'm keeping those 3 over CEH right now in the lineup. We got some more questions popping in here on the chat. Let's go with Keith Bronkowski. T. Higgins or Michael Pittman PPR?
Oh, man, I can't sit Michael Pittman right now. He has been on a tear. I know T. Higgins has been getting the looks and getting targets, but as long as Jamar Chase is the other guy across the field, I feel like that's he's the big play threat. And Michael Pittman is that guy for the Colts, man. Dude, he has been sensational. Every time they go to him in all the when they really, really need the yards, when they really need a touchdown, that's the guy that they're looking to. It doesn't even matter for matchup for me. I think Michael Pittman is a stud, and that's who I would go with.
Yep, 100% agree. We're going to stay in the chat. We got another question from our guy, Chris Videos. Let me jump back up to this one first. Russell or Zach?
I got to go with Dak here. That game in Kansas City. Although I don't think I did say earlier, I don't think it's going to be as high of a scoring. I don't think it's going to be a shootout. But Russell looked like he wasn't ready to come back yet last week, and I'm gonna wait that one out, and I want to see it before I get him. I have to play him in a couple of Superflex leagues, but if it's one quarterback and you got that choice, I'm going Dak today.
Yeah, I agree. Dak is a guy you want to go with, especially playing against Kansas City. Russell's going to get his opportunities, but like I said, there's just something just doesn't seem right in Seattle right now. Even with him coming back, the running game ain't there right now. Their defense isn't there. Heck, we don't know if Metcalf is going to have a blow up on the sidelines again and get tossed from the game and everything. So I'm going Dak for this question. And obviously, it leads into the next question that he had, or Waller or Gronk.
Yeah, this one's a little tougher. I have been a Waller owner in one of my main money leagues this year, and it's been disappointing. I mean, he's still getting you, double-digit fantasy points most weeks, so that's still better than most tight ends, but it hasn't been, ever since week 1 when he got 19 targets, he's barely seen 6 targets in a game, 7 targets in a game. So, like, the opportunity just hasn't been as what's the word I'm looking for? Luxurious? That's not the word I'm looking for, but the opportunity just hasn't been as abundant. There we go. I don't know why luxurious came up. But, I think Gronk is 100% now, and he's coming back, and I want to say Gronk, but I think I still have to stick Waller because I think they're in that mind. They noticed that too, that Waller has not been getting enough work, and maybe that's why they haven't been able to move the ball quite as well. So I'm going to stick with Waller, even though he's been kind of a disappointment to me, but I think I'd stick with him here.
Yeah, I'm always going to go Waller. If I had the option to play Gronk, which I do in one league, but I don't have Waller there as an option, I'm still sitting Gronk for one more week because I want to see what he looks like coming back and everything. They got tons of options in Tampa Bay and everything. So Raiders, not so much ton of options. We got options, but Waller is the number one there with everything that's going on. Yeah, he hasn't been seeing the targets and the yard production that we've been wanting, but you got to go Waller over in this choice. Chris, I know you got another question, but let's get a few others involved in, and we'll jump back to this next question you have. Jonathan Matthews, Cam, Tua, or Fields?
Real quick before I answer that, just so everyone knows, Mike, Dirty Jobs, the normal host, he said Waller is his tight end one this week. So there you go, Chris. Roll him out, get those points.
There
All
you
right.
go.
So now back to this one. Sorry, Jonathan. Let's see, Cam, Tua, or Fields. I'm gonna go Cam here. I think he comes back with a vengeance. He's gonna be the full-time starter this week. Even with him being decrepit and not being able to throw the ball really, but it seems like his legs are back underneath him, so I think he's going to be a big goal line threat. So I'm going to roll with Cam. I like the upside there. I think he's got the most upside out of those three options.
So we're going to need a tiebreaker on this one because I am actually going with Tua in this situation. Look, I like him coming back and everything, but I still think it's going to be another week to get the true feel of the offense and really be in that role and everything and stuff. So they're going to lean heavily on McCaffrey. He's going to have his opportunities on the ground, but I don't think he's going to have much opportunity through the air and everything. So Tua should be in there healthy. He's been dealing with that finger, but he should be good to go and everything. I'm actually taking Tua. I think they're playing against the Jets this week. Are we correct? Yep. So I like Tua's chances and everything on having a good high ceiling today. Let's check. Go ahead.
Chat. Mike said Fields. So no tiebreaker. You got a good problem, my friend. Because we think they all have good upside. So whoever you feel most comfortable with. I'm sorry we couldn't help more, but at least we got the talk out there that we think they all have good upside. I'm assuming, Mike. Baltimore's defense hasn't been the Baltimore defense that we remember. So there's definitely some upside there, and especially if Lamar Jackson's not gonna be in the game, then they don't have to keep up with them. They can just kind of play their own game and play how they want to and take those small shots and then run the ball and so I think that's where he's getting the Fields. But so it's up to you, Jonathan. We all had pretty strong opinions about which guy, but
yeah. And if you look in the chat, we got a few people chiming on this one too. It's all over the map on this one. A very tough decision. You got Nate taking Cam. You got Gillespie taking Fields. So very tough decision. But I will always say this: when it comes down to it, Jonathan, who'd you draft first? Go with that option. I hate saying it that way, but there's a reason why you drafted that person first. It might not be going as the way you wanted it and stuff like that, but lean to how you thought beginning of the season.
Also, it's a Cam Newton revenge game, if that means anything to you, Jonathan. They're going up against the Washington football team today and Ron Rivera, so there is that.
All right, next question we got is from E-D, the infamous Gaskins or Deontay Johnson. And it is a PPR league, he commented right below. So
that's going to be Deontay Johnson for me. I don't really care who the Dolphins are playing. I don't think Gaskin's very good. He's getting a lot of the work, and the Jets haven't been the greatest against the run. But Deontay Johnson, I think, has the much higher ceiling, especially in a full PPR. He's going to get peppered with targets, and he's always, an option for a touchdown. So I'm going to go with Deontay Johnson here.
Yeah, I am going against my rule on always starting a running back over receiver with this question. I just don't like what Gaskin's been doing this year. He's had some good opportunities and everything, but I'm going to go Deontay Johnson in this. When you said PPR, he gets tons of targets and stuff like that. And the fact that he's getting the targets has a better chance of producing and everything. So in this situation, one time I'm starting a receiver over running back, I am going Deontay Johnson. Oh, I don't know why I'm saying Jackson. I don't know where even that came from.
That's all right.
Deontay Johnson.
So with the rule of always running back over wide receiver, see, that only comes into play when they're that close. This is, Deontay Johnson is up here and Gaskin is down here. It's not even close for me. So
no, great point. Point.
Yeah, just wanted to get that out there. And Mike says hashtag never Gaskin. So
hashtag never Gaskin. Let's get that going. All right, so let's jump into this next question we got. We have from Keith Bronkowski again. We got T. Higgins or Devontae Smith, PPR.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I am going Devontae Smith. He is he's been having a great season. I mean, it started out slow and everything, but look, he's turning on the last 2-3 games. I made the comment last week on this blitz that we had is now is your opportunity to pounce on him. Look, go grab him, especially if you're in Devy League. If this is a redraft, look, I'm still starting Devontae Smith. He is their number one there now. So given the opportunity, he's going to produce, and given the looks that Hurts is looking at him, Devontae Smith all day for me.
Yeah, we're gonna need a tiebreaker because I'm gonna go T. Higgins. I love Devonta Smith. I think he's still gonna have a decent game, but I think that Eagles team is gonna get stood up by the Saints defense. The Eagles are not very good. It seems like they've been coming on, but I don't know. It kind of seems like a mirage to me. They're gonna try to run the ball. I think they're gonna try to go against the grain and try to run against the Saints, and they're not going to be able to. And then they're going to have to put it in Hurts's hands, 30, 40 times. And that hasn't worked at all this season. And they have a pretty good pass rush too. And when he can sit in the pocket and make his throws, he's been all right. But when he gets off script, his eyes go down. He thinks about running, right away, and then he tries to look up, and it hasn't been great once he's off script. So I'm gonna go with T. Higgins here. I think he's got the safer floor. I think their upside is pretty close. So
yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I'd have to go with the floor here with T. Higgins.
All right, and in the chat for the tiebreaker, Mr. Dirty Jobs, Mike, he is going Higgins.
There you go.
All right.
Thank you for agreeing with me.
So let's, before we hop into another question on here, let's go ahead and go back to a question we pulled off of. We have at Anderson09 and another one. More fantasy help needed. Murray out is killing me. Who do I start? Baker Mayfield, Cam Newton, Jimmy G, or Daniel Jones?
Ooh, it's kind of a pick your poison. All right, let's talk this out. So Daniel Jones playing the Buccaneers. Their secondary still beat up, so that could be all right. Jimmy G, who's he? Who are they playing? They're playing Jacksonville.
There you go.
So that could be an interesting one, but I think they're going to be able to run on them. So I think that's going to be it's going to be a lot of Debo in the backfield, a lot of Jeff Wilson, not a lot of Jimmy G. I like Cam today. I think he's got some serious upside, like he always does anytime he's in the game. I think Baker's off the board for me here. I think it's going to be between Cam and Daniel Jones for me. And I can't trust Daniel Jones. I don't care. I don't really care how well he's done sometimes this season. The Bucs have a really good defensive coordinator, and they're going to get after him. And he's more prone to make mistakes. So I'm going to have to go with Cam Newton here.
You're going with Cam Newton. Mike is going with Cam Newton. I am actually going with Jimmy G. So I wanted to see what Mike was going over there. Look, Jimmy looked good last week in his game. Debo is being an all-star receiver this year. I like his chances, especially against Jacksonville. I think this is going to be a fairly decent scoring game. It's going to go back and forth and everything. 49ers defense is very decent, but they have been given up points. And I like Jimmy G dropping it off to Wilson, throwing it down to Debo. We got Mr. tight end himself, slip on my name. What's his name?
George Kittle.
George Kittle. How the heck did I forget that? Kittle looked great last week. I think he's going to be more involved even this week. Even though you guys both went with Cam, I'm liking Jimmy G in this chance right here. All right, let's jump back into our chat. We are going back to our man Chris Videos with his plethora of questions for us today, and I'm glad that you're able to jump on and that we could help you out. Jalen or Fields?
Yeah, I know I talked about it not going well for Philly today, but how do you how do you sit Jalen Hurts, man? He is even in the even if it comes down to garbage time in the fourth quarter, which has been his bread and butter this year. He's been a top 12. He's been in a QB1 almost every week, So and Fields hasn't been. So I'm gonna have to stick with Jalen Hurts here, even though I don't think the game goes quite like they want to. I'm sure he pulls out some fantasy points out of his rear end in the fourth quarter. So I'm gonna go Jalen Hurts.
Yep, everything you said, I'm backing 100%. Jalen has showed even in a bad game, he's going to give you fantasy points where Fields hasn't. So this is a simple one for me here. I'm going Jalen Hurts too. We got a fellow Toilets to Title member needing a little help. He's matter of fact, he's out in California this week and everything. Join his wife's family as for Thanksgiving. He is asking Gronk or Ertz.
So we talked about Gronk earlier, and how we kind of want to give it a week, make sure that he's fully back. But if Colt McCoy is throwing the ball to the Cardinals receivers, I don't think I like Ertz very much either. I'd probably take the chance on Gronk. If Kyler Murray plays, I'd go Ertz. But if he's gonna sit out, I'd take the chance on Gronk. I bet even if he is limited in work, they'll have him in on the goal line, and he's always got the chance for a touchdown, which is all you're looking for from your tight end. Trying to chase those touchdowns. So I'd probably stick. I'd go with stick Gronk into my lineup and see how it goes.
Man, I'm gonna have to go the opposite direction here. I like Ertz. Look, Kyler's out. Colt McCoy is gonna be in. Heck, Hopkins is out and everything. So just more targets and more chances for Ertz. I do like him in this. Coy might just use him to rely on Ertz just to drop off and everything. And look, this is Ertz's third week in there. He should be more involved, understand the offense a little bit better and everything. I like Gronk. If Gronk has been playing for a couple weeks, it would be an easy choice, Gronk. But I don't know what to expect with Gronk this week and everything. So I am giving Ertz. I see Ertz being on the field more today's game than Gronk.
No, that's true. We got a tiebreaker from Dirty Jobs, and he says Gronk. So you stink. How about that?
All right. It's all right. I haven't took a shower. Well, yeah, you know what? I just took a shower a little bit because I don't stink.
My hair's still wet from the shower.
All right. Next question we got is from Marcus Johnson. Deontay Foreman against Houston or a banged up Saquon? Plays this Monday night.
If Saquon's going to play, I got to play Saquon. I'm not putting Deontay Foreman in over him. I know there's definitely times where, sit your studs comes into play. But if they think, after all this turmoil with his injuries and everything else, if they finally decided that Saquon's good enough to go, I'm going Saquon.
Yeah, man, this is a tough question because Deontay Foreman's healthy and everything. Looks good. I actually picked him up in a couple of leagues where I am using him today. But Saquon, he did practice yesterday. Looks like he's a go. Booker's even a little banged up. They're both banged up, but they both practiced yesterday, and this is a Monday night game, so it gives them another day to get a little rest. I have to play Saquon. Look, it could go either way and everything. If you're uncomfortable about it, go Deontay Foreman. Just for the fact that you got to wait till Monday, because once you make the decision, you can't you can't change it back. But for me personally, I am going Saquon. I'm going to take that chance, and hopefully you got Booker as a backup. That way you could utilize either one of them if one of them can't go.
Yeah, I doubt Booker's on the waiver wire though.
That's very true, but hopefully he already has him.
That's true. Yeah, if you have Booker sitting on your bench, I'd definitely wait it out and see if Saquon can go.
We got Mike. Does he have any opinions on this?
He said Saquon.
He did Saquon too. Yep. All right, let's go.
Yeah. No, and like Rich said, if you're uncomfortable, man, then just stick with Foreman, and and you can't look back. You can't. It's whatever you're comfortable with. I'm comfortable with waiting it out for Saquon, but that's because Deontay Foreman's not anything special. So.
Yep, same here. Next question we got, and then we'll jump back in and read one of our Twitter questions. This one is coming live from us from chat from Mr. Marco Valdez. Herbert or Burrow today?
What's up, Marcos? He's been in here the last couple weeks. Let's see if we can help you out today. I'm gonna go with Burrows. Herbert hasn't been the Herbert we hoped he was gonna be. He's had a bit of a mid-season slump here. Burrow's coming off the bye, or no, they played last week. They had their bye 2 weeks ago. But I think that Raiders and Cincinnati game is. I think there's going to be points scored. I think they're going to have to throw the ball. So I'm going to go with Burrow. I think he just has. I think he's safer than Herbert against the Steelers too. The Steelers defense has been, stellar this year. I think Minkah Fitzpatrick, he was questionable all week. I know TJ Watt's out, so it probably takes some of the pressure off. But I think Burrow's just got the better game script. So.
Yeah, there's just something just off this year with Herbert and everything, and I wish they'd figure out what it is and get back to it, because he's been there in every game. That just, man, I don't know what it is. It's just like what you said, that mid-year slump and everything. Burrows, on the other hand, has been fairly decent this whole year and everything, even in bad games. But the thing that's going to persuade me even more is Burrows has Chase. That guy is freaking, after all the talks in preseason about can't catch the ball, talk is he can't even drop a ball. He catches everything that's thrown to him and everything. And he is showing why he was the number one receiver taken in this draft, and all the talk from when he was coming from LSU. So I am going with Burrows because of the fact that he has Chase.
There we go.
All right. Let's scroll down. Oh, let me hop back over to here and let's pull up we have that from Twitter. We have at Dan Full Tank 25. Do I start Hunter Renfrow or James Robinson in my flex full PPR?
Good, you start it, Rich.
All right, so just in the same situation, running backs over receivers, but James Robinson has been on the not healthy to perform. I mean, he's all week and everything, and he's a game time decision. He still has his heel that's hurting and everything. They're also saying now an ankle sprain or something like that, but he might be a go today. But in this option right here, I'm taking Hunter Renfrow over James Robinson due to the fact that I don't want to take that chance of maybe starting James Robinson and getting a 0 or getting like 2-3 points and he gets pulled for the rest of the game and everything. Renfrow is going to be in the game. This is going to be a game where they're going to need to throw and everything. So I like Hunter Renfrow in this situation.
Yeah. It's tough to sit James Robinson if he's going to be active, because I'm sure he's still going to get enough work to be worth it. But, I don't think he practiced very much this week, and he was out completely last week, wasn't he?
No, he did play a little bit last week. It's just he didn't have much production, because that was a question that was brought up last week, and we were talking about he has a bruised heel. And that is that is something that could affect a running back.
Yeah. So, because of the injury, though, I think I'm going to have to agree with you and go with Hunter Renfrow. He's going to be involved. They love him in the red zone, as you call him, red zone Renfrow. So, and I'm totally with you there. He's been stellar this year. He's just been there when they needed him, and his routes, dude. He's all over the place. He's like a little spider monkey out there trying to get off the coverage, man. He's crazy once he's got when he's got 2 yards of separation between him and the cornerback, and he just moves 14 different ways, and the guy has no idea where to go or which leverage to keep on him.
He creates routes as he's running the route. Mm-hmm. And the fact that Carr is in sync with him and knows where he's going is just another reason why I'm going Renfrow and everything. Those two are in sync every single time. They have a few misses every once in a while, but it's very, very rare that they have misses. They are very in sync between quarterback and receiver. And just like I said, he makes routes as he's running them and everything, and it really throws defensive backs off.
Yeah. So I'll have to go with Renfrow just as the safer choice, because you never know what's going to happen with that James Robinson injury. So.
Another question from Twitter at bear_fan_Pete. So if Lamar isn't going to be 100%, I should probably start Fields over Jackson, right?
If Jackson's going to be active, I don't see how you sit him, especially for Fields, who has not proven anything to us this year. He's been looking better. He's definitely been looking better. But if Jackson plays, I got to play Jackson. Yeah, I can't sit him.
Yeah, same here. I have to go Lamar if he's playing. This could be one of the games he plays sick and everything and carries a team on his back, has a huge game, and he's in the talks with Michael Jordan on one of those games where sick as a dog and carried his team to a win and everything. I could see this just lining up just right for that. But obviously, if he's not, you got to play Fields. But if Jackson is playing, I'm playing Jackson. All right, let's jump back over to the chat. Let's see. We got YX Enya. Dalvin Cook, DK, or Waddle against the Jets. Full PPR, 2 flex league.
So do they need 2 or just 1?
Let's assuming it's 2. That way we give them the top 2 options. So which one you benching? And who's your first choice?
The one I'm benching is Waddle. I love Waddle. He's been the new Jarvis Landry in Miami, target monster, especially in full PPR. He's just been getting peppered with targets no matter who's the quarterback. But you can't deny the upside of DK or Dalvin Cook. So those would be my 2 if you needed to. And if you just need 1, Dalvin Cook, 100%. You can't put anybody up over him. So.
Ding, 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 ding. You have a winner there.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. We have David Job. Gaskins or Jeff Wilson for flex, half PPR. I think we had that question already earlier from a different guest, but go ahead.
I don't think we did. We had a couple Gaskin and we had a couple Jeff Wilson ones.
Okay.
But I'm going to go with Jeff Wilson here. Like Mike pointed out earlier, I know he wasn't here, but in the chat, he pointed out #NeverGaskins. And I'm with him on that one. I know a lot of people are talking about Gaskin, what is it? Every other week he's been doing well or something screwy like that. And this is one of the on weeks, but that doesn't convince me at all. Even the Jets don't lean me more towards him. If Jeff Wilson's out there, he's going to be getting the majority of the work in San Francisco, and we know what that run game looks like. So I'm going with Jeff Wilson.
Yeah, same here. I'm going Jeff Wilson. Look, their running back field is banged up. They do have Trey Sermon there, but it looks like they just don't want to have him involved into the game and everything. So I am going Jeff Wilson. He's going to have the more opportunity with Gaskin. Because they still have Ahmed there and everything. And look, I just like Wilson this week with the options that you have right here. So Wilson all day for me. Same thoughts. Thanks. Hey, appreciate you jumping on. Yeah, and here we go. #NeverGaskin. All right. So we've gone through some of our chat questions. Let's hop back over to Twitter. We have at TJ_Eastman, Garoppolo or Fields, and in a PPR, Goddard over Arnold. So let's go ahead and do the first one first. I'm taking Garoppolo over Fields every day, all day. This is just too easy for me on this one.
I think this is one where I'm going to have to go Fields. I think Fields has. I'm just not. I'm not the biggest fan of Jimmy G to begin with. Not that it's a hard matchup either. Maybe that's why it kind of shades me off of Jimmy G, because it's not a hard matchup. They're going to be able to run the ball. They're going to be able to make the plays they want to make. So maybe it limits his upside. Where Fields, if you're playing the Ravens, you're going to have to keep up with them. So, and like I said, their defense has been middle of the road, this year, especially the secondary. They still have they have a pretty strong front, who gets a decent pass rush. But Fields can escape that and run the ball. So that doesn't worry me too much. So I'm going to go with Fields here. And I'm gonna assume that. Oh, yeah, actually, we had one earlier where Jimmy G and Fields are both in there, and Mike went Fields, so that'll be the tiebreaker on that. So we got 2-1 for Fields over Garoppolo, and then we
All
have,
right.
and
Real
then we,
quick, breaking news. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is back for the Chiefs, but I've been told they'll watch pregame warm-ups pretty closely. They don't really know how much he's going to play as of right now.
yeah. So like we said earlier, if you have the CEH dilemma, which I do in a couple leagues, I'm trying to leave him on my bench. I think there's one place where I have to start him because I think my other options like Ty Johnson or something. So I'd rather have the upside of CEH, but yeah, I try to keep him on your bench if you can. If you have a better option, do it because we don't know how much work he's actually going to get. All right, so back to the second part in the question here. In PPR, we got Goddard or Arnold at tight end, and that's as crazy as it sounds. That's a tough one for me because Dan Arnold has been getting solid work, over the last ever since he got to the Jaguars. So it's going to be 4 for 45 or 5 for 55 or something like that. So it's not going to be it doesn't have a super high ceiling, but a solid floor at tight end is nothing to turn your nose up at. But Goddard could have a big game. It all depends on how that game goes. I think I'm starting Arnold. I think that's the way I'm going.
I am starting Arnold too. Look, he's more of the thing right now than Goddard is. Goddard's coming off of concussion protocol, so just don't know how he'll be involved. Look, it seems like they always try to get him involved, but he just ain't involved. He's a prime example of dirty jobs. Mike always saying 3 for 33. He's one of those 3 for 33 tight ends, and it seems like that's what he's been doing. He's had some upside games, yes, I get it and everything, but what else has he done besides that? He's the number one tight end there, and he hasn't produced. So I'm going with Arnold because Arnold has been consistent, and I just like his chances better right now. And that is all we have for right now. We had a good plethora of questions today, a good active chat room and everything. What's your thoughts, sir?
Yeah, no, that was a great day, especially since we started a little late today. Sorry again about that, guys. We'll be back next week, right at 10:30. I'm glad we had some people stick around and not miss us. I've been seeing a lot more of the same names coming through the YouTube chat, which is always awesome. I like, seeing those same pictures pop up and those same names like Marcos. I think Chris's videos sent in one last week too, and a bunch today. So that was awesome. It should be a fun week of football. Hopefully it's not all screwy because that Thursday night game was a little weird, but let's try to get as far away from that week 9 craziness as possible.
Yes.
But so that's it for us today here on the Blitz. We got Rich at, what is it? RG Gonzalez ZM or something.
R Gonzalez RM. Yeah, there you go. But I was talking during the week on our episode on Wednesdays, Dollar to Deuces. If you're on, you guys like gambling, everything, player props and all that, hey, jump on our episode on Wednesday. We usually go live around 10:30, late night and everything. So we answer questions. We give our player props that we're going with. But I was talking about actually maybe changing my name to just at Frito Bandito now, just because that's what a lot of people know me as, is the Frito Bandito. But we'll see what's going on there. It looks like we had a question pop up from Nate Wallen. Nate Wallen is in one of my leagues, and him and me are always going back and forth. He's always sending me tons of trade options and everything. Really, just very at it and everything. I like this guy very much. Nate Wallen. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. This is Nate Wallen, our guy, right?
No, this isn't. I don't think so. Is it?
I think it is. It's Nick Wallen that I'm thinking of from another. They got similar names. This is Nate.
Oh, is that Nate?
Yeah. Who to pick up as insurance? O.J. Howard, Cam Brate, Tyler Johnson, or Ronald Jones?
Insurance for Gronk, I'm assuming. I would Well, no, but Gronk's a good to go. But out of those options, yeah, I don't know who the insurance is for. If it's for
I
Godwin,
think what he's saying is if Gronk doesn't go, who does he have? Who should he pick up for insurance just to plug in a lineup if he's waiting last minute?
I that's not great. I guess you'd want to pick up one of the tight ends. Ronald Jones hasn't been involved at all. Tyler Johnson's only been involved when they, in 3 receiver sets, so he's got kind of a limited floor and ceiling. I guess you go. I'm an OJ Howard guy, so I think it's 6 of one, half dozen the other with OJ and Cam. And they could be up really big, and have OJ in there. So I'd probably go OJ, but it's for Saquon.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
I
that's a
don't know,
tough
man.
insurance to have when Saquon's going Monday night, guy.
Yeah, I guess I would go Tyler Johnson. I think I would go Tyler Johnson then, because if Gronk is back, so OJ and Cam aren't going to really be used, and Ronald Jones hasn't been getting used. Tyler Johnson's actually been getting more work than Ronald Jones, so I think he would be my insurance policy.
Yeah, I think I'm going to agree with you on that. Tyler Johnson, man, it's tough between all 4. I think they're all even killed, but Tyler Johnson has more upside if he's the person you're picking and everything, and that's probably who I would go with.
Yeah.
Nate over here, what you better like me?
We don't have to.
All right, one last question before we do get out of here. One did pop up in the chat, and then we'll be getting out of here. This is from Jamison Elson, PPR Flex Start, Beasley, Deontay Johnson, Michael Carter, or Jeff Wilson.
Ooh, so I think Deontay Johnson's still just a little bit higher than everybody else. So we don't have. For me, it doesn't come down to running back or wide receiver that are on the same tier. So I'm gonna go with Johnson, especially in PPR.
Man, this is a tough one, but I think I'm doing the same thing. I'm leaning towards Michael Carter as an option, but I like Deontay Johnson. He's going to have more opportunity. I say that, but he is their number 1 receiver. I'm going Deontay Johnson in this question. And one last one: standard league, CeeDee Lamb or Ingram. I don't want to leave anybody out.
No, I feel you. Ooh, standard league. That makes this a whole lot closer. At first, I was like, oh, CD. But that does make it a lot closer. But I think I'm still going to stick with CD. I think he's going to get all the work he can handle with Amari out. So I'm going to go with CD.
Man, this is tough on a standard league. It could go either way and everything. But Cooper's out, Kamara's out, so they're both going to have plenty of opportunity. Ingram's going to get more touches than CeeDee Lamb. This is standard league. It's very simple. Running back over receiver in a standard league. I hate saying this, so I am going the opposite of my man Alex. I am going Ingram. He's going to be involved in the passing game too, and yeah, Ingram's for me. He's going to have some goal line carries and have the opportunity for TDs.
Yep. Well, I think CD's got plenty of TD upside as well.
No, you're true.
And we have a tiebreaker from Mike, and he said CD as well. So, and we just got to notice Lamar is out today.
Well, there you go.
No bueno. So I hope you guys got your Tyler Huntley's in your Superflex leagues, because he looked pretty good in preseason. He looked like a little, Lamar cutout. I don't know what the little miniature Lamar out there running around and stuff. So I don't think they'll have to change the game plan too much.
One last question: Hawk or Arnold? I must have missed this one.
Hawk or Arnold? I think it's actually kind of easy. I'm gonna go with Arnold. Hawk has not been. He's the only receiving option in Detroit, and so the defenses have been all over him, and he hasn't been able to get much work the last couple weeks. ever since like week 4 or something like that. So I'm gonna go with the safe, steady floor that Arnold's been providing, and hope I don't look foolish.
Yeah, no, gosh dang, this is a tough one too. But you kind of nailed it, man. Hawk has not been involved. It just seems like, and then on top of that, they got not they got like the third QB coming in. I just came off injury. So he's been on IR all season. He's coming back, and the fact that they're going with him over their other backup is a good sign. But we just don't know what to expect and everything in there. So I will take Arnold in this situation due to the fact that he has been involved down there in Jacksonville. So that would be who I'm going with. Now I don't know if it matters because me and Alex both agree, but our title crew, they are going with Law Hawk.
That's thinking video. Alrighty.
All right, man. That is the last question. We had a good day today, man. Anything else?
I don't think so. I don't have anything. I actually got to get some lineups and change some stuff around, now with that Lamar Jackson news and whatnot. So
yeah, same here, man.
So we'll wrap it up here. Please come back next week, 10:30 for the Blitz. Hopefully we'll have our regular crew back. Not that Rich isn't in the part of the regular crew because he's always in the comments, giving his 2 cents as well. But come check us out next week, and we'll see you then.
Peace.